Welcome to FuffyFerrets. I'm Julie, this is Noctis, and this is Regis, and that was Regis. Today we're going to be doing a quick video called Do You Know What You're Getting Into If You're Getting a Ferret? There are so many things that you have to worry about. They can get into everything. Things that I worry about on a daily basis. If someone is going to climb on something and fall, they can climb almost anything. I have seen Celis climb the outside of her cage before. They somehow get to the top of my clothing in my closet. They climb. With climbing comes a chance of falling. Falling ferrets means broken ferret parts that, they chew on stuff, which they're not supposed to, and if they swallow it, it's very bad. You have to constantly know where they are. If they fall asleep underneath something, a blanket, clothes that you have on the floor, you need to be careful that you don't step on them. Same thing goes for couches. If they go under a cushion to sleep, if they somehow get into your couch and then you go to sit on it, there are so many places that they want to go that they're not supposed to be. They're never where they're supposed to be. Doors is another thing that I'm afraid of on a daily basis. I have to worry whenever I open one or close one to do it very slowly and carefully so that nobody's little faces or nobody's little heads get stuck. I have heard horror stories about doors and ferrets, and I never want to experience that. Other animals. You might have the best natured animal, but you have to remember these guys are small and they're troublemakers. We have 2 cats that pretty much ignore the ferrets most of the time, but every once in a while, Tara decides to try to bite Camilla in the butt. Camilla does not like that. Nothing bad has ever happened, but we're constantly on guard just in case. What if the cat snaps one day? What if the ferret bites it on the butt and doesn't let go? There's a lot of things to worry about. Outside. Whether your ferret's on a leash or you're taking them outside, just outside in general. Whenever we have the ferrets out and we have like a food delivery, I am constantly freaking out that someone's gonna get past me at the door. Like, I am so obsessed with watching the door. I will stare while I'm opening and closing the door. And usually I don't order food until they're asleep, because if they're asleep, they can't try to get out. They're just curious, but still. This little guy would not be able to survive outside. Noctis, he's a spoiled baby. They're all very spoiled. Drains outside. I am constantly afraid that they're going to somehow fall down a drain. They're always on their leash, and I watch them so carefully, but I am terrified that somehow they're gonna slip the leash and they're gonna get in a drain. Like, there's no way that's gonna happen because I'm hyper protective, but one of my biggest fears besides them leaping off of something is them somehow getting into a drain, because I can't get in there. One of those little ones where the leaves go and the water goes, I can't fit in there to get them out. I don't know how I would get them. It's a huge anxiety issue. Things they can get into is a whole nother area. Like right now. Regis is getting into my drink. Oh no. He's all wet. Things they can get into. Soda. Well, seltzer. That was really good timing. Things they can get into. Everything. Everything and anything in your house, they're gonna find a way to get into it, under it, in it, on it, over it. Nobody knows. They're just gonna do it. Even someone like me who has their house ferret proof, constantly they're finding new things to get into. I think it's a challenge for them. He's all wet now. Are you a troublemaker? We had a couch that didn't have any feet on the bottom of it. Celis was obsessed. She kept scratching on the corner. And once Celis gets something in her mind, she will not stop. She constantly knows that there's a way into the kitchen. It has been 2 years since the last time she got into the kitchen, but she knows there's a way in there, and she knows the general gist that it's behind the barrier. She never forgets. Every once in a while, she thinks she can get over and get through that barrier. Same thing happened with the couch. She knew that couch was hollow. They had gotten in the cushions before and I had gotten them out. Put a cover over it, fine. They're gonna scratch their way. She scratched a hole in the side of the couch and they kept going inside the couch. I had to throw that couch out the next day because I was worried that they were gonna go on the couch and I was gonna sit on it and I was gonna squish them. I don't want to put this down because Regis is going to find it again. In our old apartment, we had a box spring, and the cats used to sharpen their claws on it. They unfortunately made a little tear. I got a text message from Micah one day saying that Iris had gotten in the box spring. No matter what we did after that, we put tape over the holes, I tried sewing fabric over it. She knew that the hole was there, and she became obsessed. We had to throw out the box spring because I wasn't going to take the chance of them getting in there with a nail or something I couldn't see and getting hurt where I can't get them. So we now have no box springs. Cabinets. They haven't quite figured out how to get into cabinets in my house yet, but they can get into drawers. You've seen people with shelves and the ferrets are always popping out of different shelves and stuff. That's what they do. I'm not sure what a shelf looks like to a ferret, but I'm pretty sure it looks like a challenge. They will find a way from the ground level to get up to wherever they want, to go to sleep in there, to play in there. They're gonna climb up your cabinet. Even closets aren't safe. Celis and Iris have a bad habit of climbing the clothing and getting up. They don't do it to my bedroom, but they do it in the closet in the hallway, and I don't know why. They managed to get onto my craft desk. I have watched this. This is an art form. They go like behind the art desk, travel up the shelf, through the window, find a little way to weasel up past, to weasel up there, and they get on there. They're gonna go under things. They're gonna go under your bookshelves. They're gonna go under your dresser. They're gonna go under your couch. Sometimes they go under doors. That's how they get into the closets when I have it closed. They're under my blanket right now. They're digging under my blanket. They're gonna go under everything. Now, if you have a ferret like Regis, he's going to become obsessed with drinks. Regis is going to find a can, and then you have to be careful that he's going to spill it. And you have to be careful that they're not going to cut their little nose, because he wants to stick his nose into the can, which is right here, which is why I'm not putting it down while he's free in this room, because he's going to find it, he's going to stick his nose, and he's going to knock it over. Now, I constantly keep an eye on cans. No one has ever gotten cut, but again, the fear of knowing that he could get a cut on his little cute nose, you become crazy overprotective. He fell off the bed. This is why I have blankets all over my floor in my bedroom, because he falls off the bed all the time. I'm going to give you an example of a day that I had the beginning of this week when I made the Luna video. I brought Luna into the bedroom and I set it up. I had it nice for her, soft blanket, pillows, everything. I had salmon oil so she could have a nice little treat. So I have my cute little Luna, I have her salmon oil, we do our video. I put Luna back, I decided to do some editing on it before I make dinner. So I go and sit down and the ferrets are all out, and it's weird because they're quiet. They're very quiet, which is strange, but I was like, all right, they're behaving today. Or so I thought. After dinner, I started to notice they're all like walking around sluggishly. They're not really out. They're in other rooms and they're all licking their lips, and I don't know why. Iris had gone underneath the blanket and I picked her up and she was tired. She was so worn out and just tired and cuddly, and I was so happy. I'm like, she's sleeping on me. This is the cutest. Yeah. I should clean up the mess from when I did Luna video. I go into the other room to clean up the mess and it smells like fish. I left the salmon oil out. Somebody had taken the top, knocked the salmon oil, it soaked through. One blanket, two blanket, a topper, the cover, another topper. My whole room smelled like fish. It still smells like fish. It's been 5 days. I've been cleaning everything with everything, and it still smells like SeaWorld in my bedroom. You walk into the house, you have a weird fragrance of soap and fish. I'm panicking, trying to clean this up. It's on my husband's side of the bed, and I'm like, I don't want him to know what happened. So I'm trying to clean this up really quick. While I'm doing this, I'm hearing noises from the other room. Tara's hiding my keys. Saffron's trying to steal tampons from my purse. I hear plump, and I look over, and there's Celis on top of a pillow that she had been climbing in the closet and had fallen out and landed on top of, thankfully. Regis was sleeping underneath the TV. He never sleeps there. Iris was stealing insoles to shoes. Everyone was drunk on salmon oil. Everybody was drunk. So in conclusion, do I think ferrets are worth it? Yes. Do I think they're troublemakers? Yes. Do I think you're going to be filled with anxiety like I am? Probably. But I wouldn't trade them for anything. I might have to live in a state of constant panic that something's going to happen to them, but they're worth it. And they're so cute. And don't think they're not expensive. They're not cuddly pets. They don't really like being pet, but no one in my house is gonna sit with you and cuddle and take naps on you, at least not here. Other people have that, I do not. But if you want someone to tickle, wrestle, play tag with, or chase, you're good. If you like playing hide and seek with everything in your house, ferrets are good. If you like never knowing where your car keys are, get a ferret. Being in a constant state of worrying and not knowing where your stuff is what owning a ferret is like. And you never know what's gonna go wrong. You can't blame anyone but yourself because they didn't mean it and they're just being cute and having a good time. So if you left the salmon oil on your bed and you left it open and you couldn't find the top because Noctis hid it in his stash, and now the stash also smells like fish on your side of the room, it's not their fault. That's your fault. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. I hope this helps you realize what you're getting into. Good luck.